Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back once again to another Legion premiere, and I got something really cool that I want to share with everybody. In front of you, you see the SDOKEDC Shank. There's no name for this, so I'm calling it a Shank. I think I called another knife a Shank, but this is a nice concealable EDC type of blade. And, I wanted to share it with everybody. Okay, so before we get started, what is everybody carrying today? I am carrying a clone Versa on the small of my back. Make no mistake, this is a clone, and I think I paid like 23 bucks for it. So let me all know what you guys are carrying, and let's go over the specs as soon as I put this back, because I carry this on the small of my back. Let's go over the specs of this pretty nice blade here, okay? Overall length of the shank is 7.48 inch with a blade length of 3.23 inch. Blade steel on this one is D2. I kind of wish it was 14C or DC53, but they decided to make this D2, which is fine by me because I like D2. Blade hardness is 58 to 60 HRC. Blade thickness is 2.5 millimeters. It's a nice thin blade. Blade thickness is, did I mention the blade thickness? All right, let me just say it again. Blade thickness is 2.5 millimeter. Handle length is 3.97 inch. Handle material is G10. Weight 3.53 ounce. And with the sheath, it's 8.18 ounce, and it features a hidden Tang, recessed lanyard hole. It comes with a lanyard, Kydex Sheath, and a mini TekLoc. Okay, so sometimes I forget my place. I'm getting old, yeah, I know. But let's take a look at this awesome little EDC blade. Could be a pocket fixie, depending on how you feel like carrying this. It could be a scout carry, could be an upright carry, but we'll get into that in a second. So check this blade out, man. Very nice drop point, almost like a spear point. So very, stabby for sure, all right? You can see that it is a high saber grind with a swedge for penetration purposes. Little bit of jimping over here, which feels really nice, and you could see how thick that is. So it's pretty thin blade. I would do some light work in the outdoors if I needed to, but I think I would rather carry this, concealed or in a scout position, Well, it doesn't matter. You guys carry it however you want. You could see that the knife handles are encasing the Tang, so I'm assuming it's a hidden Tang in here. I don't think I would do a lot of batoning with this. Maybe I wouldn't do any batoning with this one. Like I said, I think this I would just carry with me, just to have as a backup, or something concealed for a self-defense type situation. But that handle is nicely done. It is G10, and it's got some scallops right over here. I guess if you needed to do some work, you could put your thumb and your middle finger right here, and then put your pointer, and then do whatever kind of work. This could be a bird and trout knife too, But it's a small handle, and it fits my hand pretty well. So those with big hands, you may or may not like this. I'm not sure. This is why I'm showing you guys. Okay, I'm doing a very nice close-up here. You really can't fit another finger here. Look at that. There's some G10 jimping right here towards the end of the handle. Very nice recessed lanyard, right? And I'm going to assume that probably the full Tang ends around here somewhere. So be aware of that. That's a nice lanyard it came with, and it came looped like that. I need to learn how to do this because this is pretty nice. It's a nice little setup. So it's pretty cool. I think it would be too big for a neck knife, too thick for a neck knife. but this is very nice. It's a nice stone washed finish here too, you know? So, I mean, I could see myself taking this to Texas Roadhouse and taking it out to cut up a steak instead of using their, you know, their steak knives. Nice small little blade. I'm sure this would work. You could see the sharpening choil here. You really can't use it to choke up because you probably will get cut. If you're wearing some gloves, it's not bad, maybe, you know. I like this knife, man. It's a nice little knife from SDOKEDC. Speaking of which, Common Sense Outdoorsman just showed a wonderful hunting knife from SDOKEDC. Go check out his video. So a shout out to Common Sense Outdoorsman. He did a great job of, you know, reviewing that, or his knife. A little bit different than this one, okay? It's a hunting knife. And he said he fell in love with it right away. So, you know, get a different perspective. Go check him out. All right, so now let's take a look at the sheath. As usual, SDOK and similar companies, man, they're always coming out with some high quality sheaths. Here's a nice taco sheath with some rivet holes, okay? Mini TekLoc here. Adjustable, upright, or scout. And, you know, you could remove these tabs here or move them depending on your belt size. You can remove this and get a util clip, if that's pronounced right, UT clip, util clip. Or you know what I just did recently? I think that these are too thick, you know, to get a really proper concealed carry. So this is probably better, you know, if you're going into the woods, these type of, you know, TekLoc. So what I did, and I will show you once I do a review, is on one of my knife sheaths, I wanted to get it nice and flat on the small of my back. So I used paracord, and I wrapped paracord. Well, the other sheath had holes up here, and I wrapped paracord all around, reinforced it, and now I use the paracord and I slip it through the belt. It's nice and flat on my back. So just an idea for you guys. You may want to think about, you know, putting a paracord up here, tightening it up, and then run your belt through the paracord instead. It makes for a really nice flat scout carry. So just an idea for everybody. Let's pop the knife in. All right, real nice. This one, no rattle, no up and down play. Good retention here. Thumb ramp to pull off of. So if you're carrying it, you know, concealed, like I might on the small of my back or the small of your back, you know, you could just push right off, and then, you know, with that wide mouth over here, put it back in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this later today and put paracord here instead. And so far the knife that I've got on the small of my back right now, which is that clone that I just showed you, is working great. So that's a new way of thinking about carrying this, man. I don't know, maybe I'll make a business out of it, you know? In any case, that is the sheath. Now, let's take a look at the sharpness. Now, I'm gonna be using the wood, so I'll keep the sheath off to the side. Before I use, you know, I cut up the wood, I've got everybody's favorite, paper. All right, I know how much everybody loves me cutting paper. I hate it, but, you know, you guys like it. So there you go, man. You're gonna get it that sharp out of the box. Let me just move this out of the way, and then we'll use the piece of wood. All right. So you saw how nice and sharp that was out of the box, and now just a few little strands here. So if you have to use it outdoors, for simple things now, simple things. All right, there you go, man. That's nice. D2, nice and sharp. I know some of you don't like D2, but for those who do and appreciate all different type of steels, here you go, man. This is nice. So another great knife from SDOKEDC. Let me just double check for everybody the price on this. Let me see, 1 second. Let me give you an accurate price. Now, I did get this off Amazon, all right? I purchased this myself, and it is just 35 bucks for this little package, okay? That's the one I got with the white stonewash, and then they have the orange handle with the white stonewash, and then they have orange handle with the black stonewash, and black handle with the black stonewash blade, okay? And you can go visit SDOKEDC, you can visit the store, all right? And they've got a ton more of knives here. Some clones, some not, so you can just pick whatever it is that you guys want, okay? That's pretty nice. That one I still would like to get, so we'll see. This is the knife that Common Sense Outdoorsman tested. This is basically a hunting knife. He loved it, so go check out his video, and hopefully I'll get one. I have this right here. I got that. I've recently got this one right here. This is awesome. I recently got this too. Go check it out, man. SDOKEDC. You know, they got some great budget blades. I want to get this one right here. Check this one out, man. This one looks pretty cool. I don't dig the holes too much, but you know, what are you gonna do? I kind of like it in the black right there, and I also like it with the satin stonewash. It's pretty awesome, man. I mean, that's a really nice looking knife. In any case, troops, 35 bucks for this. You get this awesome knife in D2 with this really well-made Kydex sheath. Sharp out of the box. I don't think you can go wrong with this, you know, whatsoever. It does come with a box. Let me just show you. Very simple box. It didn't come damaged from Amazon, okay? It's got a little gel pack in there. I don't know, some kind of recycling thing, but it was in plastic, you know, wrapped in plastic and stuff. You know, but again, I was pretty impressed when I pulled it out. It's a nice, small, little blade. All right, encased Tang, nice and thin. Came with this lanyard, so pretty nice, man. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of the Tang, and I'll show you. Maybe I will email these guys and see if they have a picture, because I hate doing it myself, man. I'm sorry, I think it's a waste of time to do it unless it gets loose. In any case, troops, that is pretty much it. I hope that you enjoyed this Legion premiere of the SDOKEDC Shank. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below or in the chat below. Really appreciate you all. Let me bring awareness, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day, hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans in active military. Once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. And unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So at the end of this video, once we're done, go check out the comment section, description section. There'll be phone numbers you can call, websites you can surf, and a heartfelt message from one of your own, Martin Miller. Please seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, Legionnaires, and recruits, thanks for showing up at the premiere. At the ready, hold the line till the next video.